So if you've ever been inside of a grain bin before, you know that it echoes like crazy. Sound just reverberates off the walls and it sounds really cool. So I'm hoping that's going to make for some pretty cool gunshot audio. Let's go ahead and try it. Since I'm essentially in a giant tin can, obviously these gunshots are going to be crazy loud. So the sound from these gunshots is going to be bouncing off these walls, and that's going to create a lot of vibration in the walls. That's why I have a piezoelectric sensor taped to the wall to pick up those vibrations. I'll be recording that data for each gunshot from each different caliber, and then at the end, we'll compare them and see how they stack up against each other. For each of these shots, I'm going to try and keep the muzzle of the firearm right here in the center of the grain bin. What that's going to do is allow the sound waves from the gunshot to reach each point of the wall at exactly the same time. Now, due to wave propagation, that should increase the amplitude of the sound waves, thus creating a louder sounding gunshot, and it should give us a higher reading on the piezoelectric sensor back there. So let's go ahead and get started. For the first test, we'll be starting out with a 22 long rifle, and I'm really not sure what to expect here, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do it and see what it sounds like. I just know it'll be loud, so here we go. All right, interesting. I wasn't sure if we would just get one big muddy mess of sound where it all just kind of mashes together, or if we would get something like I just heard there, which was a bunch of minimum and maximum in the sound level. So let's go ahead and step it up to 9mm. We'll see what that sounds like. Second test is going to be with 9mm handgun. I think this is going to be a lot louder than the 22. Still not too terrible, but definitely a lot louder than 22. I also think that the piezoelectric sensor is going to pick up a pretty decent reading with this one. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. So 9mm, keep it in the center again. Definitely loud. Test number 3, 5.56 out of an AR-15. This is, I think, where it's going to start to get a little bit ridiculous in here. We've got a smaller bullet than 9mm, but we've got more power. So bigger boom, more noise. With this one, I think we're definitely going to get bigger numbers off of our sensor, but I also think we're going to get a longer read time. So it's going to be bouncing, sound's going to be bouncing around in here longer, and it'll pick it up on the sensor. So let's go ahead and try it. Muzzle in the center. Here we go. All right. That was a sensation. Normally, when you fire 5.56, you can feel a shock wave, but it's not that bad. It's reasonable. With this in here, I felt it everywhere. That was like being at a rock concert and feeling the bass drum through the PA system. Also, I noticed we started to kick up a little bit of dust off the floor. I don't think that happened with the 9mm. So, bigger boom. That was a lot of fun. I really want to do it again. Just sit there and pull the trigger, but we've got bigger things. Let's move on. Test number 4 will be with the AK-47, just firing 7.62 by 39. So, a little bit bigger than 5.56. What else is there to say? I think it'll be kind of the same situation as before. It'll be a little bit longer of a ringing in here, and it'll be louder, so bigger numbers on that piezo sensor. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh yeah, a little bit louder definitely. I saw a lot more dust kick up off the ground there. Felt it in the chest a lot more. That's pretty awesome. So, we've got one more gun to test. This next one I'm really not even looking forward to that much. It's going to be stupid loud, so let's do it. Test number 5, the last one for this video. We'll be using the 308, which is the same size bullet as what the AK fires. However, it's got more powder in the cartridge. More powder in the cartridge means a bigger boom. I'm pretty excited to see what this is going to be like. A little bit scared too, not going to lie. So just to give you a little heads up into the data side of things, the AK-47 firing 7.62 by 39 briefly maxed out the sensor's value. I think the 308 is also going to max it out, obviously, but it's going to max it out for a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and shoot it, and we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. 308. This one's gonna be loud. All right, that kicked up a lot of dust. Definitely felt it in the chest quite a bit more than the AK. And to me, it seemed like it rang a lot longer in here. So that was fun. I probably enjoyed that more than I should have. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at all the data from each of these individual shots and kind of make a comparison between them, how much it vibrated the bin and for how long it vibrated the bin.
So it looks like we got some pretty good numbers here. And as you'd kind of expect, as we went to bigger and bigger cartridges, we got longer read times as well as higher values recorded. So let me know in the comments what you think of all this, and as always, I'll see you next time at Ruination Range.